How y'all doing today? This is Guruji Neteru at your service. So today I want to talk about something very important. I want to talk about the traps of the spiritual community. Right. So when you first enter the spiritual life, when you have a spiritual awakening, right? There's a lot of infiltration in the spiritual community. And so you have to be extremely aware and discern the truth between the false, right? And a main thing is the nine ether, all this shit that promotes superiority, right? That supports it just supports a pyramid of power, right? It supports separation. It supports what keeps us in bondage, right? This way of thinking that these beings here are better in whatever than these beings. This is duality still. This is ignorance. This is a spiritual infiltration. This is not the truth. Right. So don't be fooled by these people that speak on this stuff, because they are still living in ignorance. They are still sleeping in their own way. Right. So don't buy into this concept of it's funny, it's retarded. You have this hair, you are better. Your hair is not this way, you are not as superior. You are less powerful. It's just, it's completely retarded. But yeah, that's one of the traps in the spiritual community. And there's another trap of the spiritual community. It's the tarot reading. It's the oracle cards. It's all this. These things are useless. These don't pay anybody for any of these things. You don't need these things. You don't need any of that shit. That shit is just some bullshit. It is a waste of your time, your money. This is not true spirituality. Spirituality is going within your own self, not somebody diving into yourself. No, you do it yourself. Don't be lazy. Do that shit your fucking self. Go inside your fucking self, because you're the only one that can really go inside you for real. The oracle reader, the tarot reader can't even go inside you like you can. Fuck. Don't be fooled by that dumbass shit. Yeah, so that's another trap. And another trap in the spiritual community is thinking that, oh, you realize you're spiritual now. You realize you're a spiritual being having a human experience. So now you can just sit your life away in meditation all day and not do shit. No, you need to do the complete opposite. You need to get the fuck up. You need to go do a service to the world. After you did the service to yourself, after you found out who you are, found out the truth about yourself, you improving yourself, you need to go in the world and you need to serve and help other people now. Now that you've realized this, right? People, they have a spiritual awakening, then they want to sit in their room all day, like it's saying, oh, this is all just fake, and it's the world is they're just in the victim. They're like, oh, the government's controlling, what can we do? You know, it's just so that they don't get stuck in the victim mind state. That's what exactly what they want you in. That's where they take your power away. Right? So don't get stuck in that dumbass shit. Please, that is crazy. But yeah, people they become spiritual. They're like, oh, I am not the body. I am not right. But they just don't care about the body, right? You're not the body, okay? But like, shit, the soul, you're residing in the body. You're using it. So take care of the body. Just because you're not the body doesn't mean you go eat McDonald's every day. Just because, right? You need to go to the gym still. You need to go. You need to do what you got to do to keep the body at its optimal health. Because if the body's not at its optimal health, you can't have your spiritual at the optimal health. These two go hand in hand, whether you want to believe it or not, right? If the body is not in a high vibration, how can you hold higher spiritual vibrations if the body is fucking fat and not fit? Tell me that. How can right? Imagine this. How can you have, right? Imagine a Buddhist temple, and the temple is all just fucked up. It was created by rapists. It's like you can't have a holy, sacred Buddhist temple session, church, whatever. You can't held it in that body, in that fucking temple. Right? The same thing with this. You can't be so called spiritual. You eating fucking meat and all this shit. Dead animals. What? No. Right? You can't be spiritual. You can't connect to your spirituality if you participating in masturbation and ejaculation. And no, you can't. You can't participate. You can't connect with your spirituality if your body is fucked up. It's that simple. You still have to go to the gym. You still have to do things that care for the body. Can't just say, oh, fuck the body. I'm not the body, so fuck the body. No. You still got to take care of the shit. The hell? And then another trap. They got a lot of traps. Is the Anunnaki shit. Bro, the Anunnaki did not create fucking humans, bro. This is the biggest lie in the whole fucking spiritual community. The Anunnaki created humans. No, they did not. The Anunnaki did not create humans. The Anunnaki are not superior to humans. The Anunnaki are demons. They're devils, right? They didn't create anything of high value. They didn't. They are low-life beings that have to feed off another species so they can stay alive. That's what the Anunnaki really are. So, yeah. Stop praising these Thoth and all these fuckers. They're peasants. They're nothing special about them. Okay? Right, so that's another trap. Fucking Billy Carson, he's sucking Thoth's dick. Like, bro, Thoth is a fucking fallen angel. But yeah, whatever. Right, and okay, this is another trap. It's getting sucked into that shit. It's getting sucked into the Anunnaki stories. Getting sucked into these Nine Ether stories. All these fucking bullshit stories. This is all a big trap to take you away from your inner self, which has nothing to do with any of this world. Not the past, not the future, not the motherfucker. The real deal has nothing to do with this external world. It has nothing to do with it at all. You don't need to know anything about the external world. You don't need to know about ETs. You don't need to know about no fucking aliens. You don't need to know about none of that shit. All you need to know about is your inner self, which has nothing to do with the body, with the external world, period. That's one of the biggest traps. Right, you go on TikTok. you see all these people talking about reptile. Like, bruh, that shit does not matter. The only thing that matters is your inner self, your heart. Right? Where are you at inside yourself? Fuck. Alright. Another trap is um to think of these traps, I literally just imagine the TikTok feeds on people, the spiritual community on TikTok. All I do is imagine that. Yeah, another trap is like praying to deities. Like people they praying to like Ra, the sun god, or praying to art. Like, bruh, these beings, they are within you. They are you. There's no separation between different beings and different species. We're all one. Yes, we are all one. Right? That's another thing. That's a big trap. They try to say that we're not all one, right? The nine ethers, they love saying we're not all one. You're different, right? Your body's different, your hair's different. You're not us. They're not like us. You see, that's why they made that fucking song. They're not like us. They just want to continue the separation. They love the separation consciousness and divide the angelic human race, which were all one millions of years ago, right? But they love to push out this separation, ego, consciousness into the masses so everybody could claim it and say, yes, that's me. I am the nine ether. I am better than all the white people. All white people are gonna die. Yay. Like, bruh, be like just introspection a little bit. Think about what you're acting like. It takes minute brain cells to understand that is not true spirituality. You need at least 5 brain cells to realize, oh, that's not, God is not like that. Would God say that? Would the would the would the unity consciousness say that? Would God really say that? Would God act like that? You say you're a so-called God, goddess, but you act like a fucking peasant. You act like you had this big ego. God doesn't act with ego. That's the funny thing, is that a lot of these people in the spiritual community, they have something called a spiritual ego, which is even more powerful than a normal ego, which is more potent because it has this spiritual essence. So it's like you're feeding the devil with the spiritual energy and your physical energy. It's like I've experienced this firsthand. I experienced a person with the biggest spiritual ego I have ever seen in my life. And you know what happened to this person? She almost fucking died, right? Cause of karma. Karma hit her ass like a train, right? Cause she had the biggest spiritual ego, talking about she's a goddess, but you act like the devil. How the hell are you a goddess, but you act like the devil? Make that shit make sense. You're telling, wishing death on people. You're saying all this separation consciousness. That is not a goddess. That is not anything godly, right? This is not anything of a high vibration, right? When this woman was around me, it was the lowest vibration I ever felt in my fucking life. Period. Never felt a lower vibration near me, right? And it's funny because I've been around lots of people, and the one that said they're a goddess had the lowest vibration. Imagine that. Imagine the person that claims they're spiritual and that they're a goddess and they're ancient Egyptian deity, but they got the lowest vibration. Imagine that. Like, bro, are you fucking serious, cuz? Be fucking for real. How the hell? This shit is funny as hell, bro. And how the hell you trying to compete with me? You see what I'm saying? Like, you could tell somebody's not really spiritual or not really in tune or not a fucking god or goddess if they're trying to compete with you. So if you're a god or a goddess, why are you trying to compete and compare with me? You're trying to compare with me, but you say you're a goddess. What? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This spiritual community is so fucking fucked up. It's so infiltrated. There's so many people with egos posing to be intelligent with knowledge, right? They have their little names. They're Ra Inca Peru. But they don't really, are not really living that life. Shit crazy. It's just like these rappers. They be saying, oh, I was in the field popping. But it's like you not living that life. You not living that. It's crazy. They have it in the gangster life and in the spiritual life. They kept it to be spiritual gangsters. But they not. Damn. How you got the lowest vibration? You said you got it. Like, bruh, that shit is so funny to me. It's the most hypocritical shit I ever came across. The spiritual community is a disgrace. This TikTok spiritual community, this shit is a disgrace to humanity. Right? You got all these people claiming to be enlightened and, right? That's what I'm saying. They have their little names. They're like, Ra, sun god. They just... You have your little name, but you don't live up to that name. It's just a bunch of people trying to just project the image of themselves. They want themselves to be seen like this. They're not actually like that in the internal, but they want to be seen like that on the external. I am David Ray Riss. Like, this motherfucker, David Ray Riss, this motherfucker beating me every day. Like, bro, you is not no fucking God. You not no king. You not know none of that shit. You don't know how to lead the troops to success. No king is beating a meat. What the fuck? Like, this shit is just... It's just a shame. This spiritual community is a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame to be a part of this shit. You know what? I don't even want to be a part of this shit. I'm not a part of this shit. I separate myself. I'm not part of no spiritual community. I'm part of just real spirit soul community. The spirit and the soul. You see, I'm not part of this facade fuckery in this spiritual community. I'm not part of that shit. Right, you got... It's just so much fucked up shit in the spiritual community. I had to make this video so y'all could be aware not to fall into the traps, right? There's a lot of traps. There's a lot. I probably didn't even list all of them. I definitely didn't. Right? But I just want y'all to discern. Have discernment, right? Discernment is distinguishing the truth from the lies, right? See, really use your first eye, right? See if this is true or not, right? Don't believe everything you hear and say and see, right? Don't believe everything you hear or see. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? But yes. Namaste.